Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel CR Daredevil as we have another episode in our college football coaching career Dynasty series here. It is the sixth game of the season for us. We are 3-2 as the offensive coordinator of the Florida Atlantic Owls, suffering a loss in our last game in our conference opener against University of Louisiana Lafayette. But this week we have North Texas, who is 1-4 overall, 1-0 in the conference. The only win that they've had so far this season has been a conference game. So we'll have to see if we can bounce back against them. Rating wise, as you see, they're better than us. They have more points per game and more rush offense. Everything else we have. And Kirk Herbstreit is predicting us to win, so we'll have to see how that ends up playing out. So let's see if we can get the victory here. See if we can actually get a win and get, keep ourselves from going to 500 on the season, because that would be kind of rough to start off 3-3 right now. Especially if we have hopes to still somehow get the conference championship. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, because, starting off the conference portion of your schedule 0-1 is obviously not going to be helpful, but we're going to try. We are going to try. Last week, this episode was taking a break because technically in game it was a bye week, so I gave it, the right portion. But we did see the return of a different game onto the channel. If you have not gone back and watched that yet, you can watch the football. It's FCCD, but I keep spacing on what the initials stand for exactly. But I think it's like football college coaching dynasty or something like that. But yeah, it's a fun game that's on Steam. You should definitely go check that out. Check out the episode and check out the game itself. But that is back on the channel itself as we are waiting to see how this game plays out between Florida Atlantic and North Texas here today. Looks like we're at North Texas for this game. The Mean Green as they are. And we'll have to see if the Owls can get it done in this game. They're going to be kicking to start off the first half here. And North Texas unable to get anything done on their first drive, so it will be Owl ball at the 20-yard line here. We will have to see if the Owls can get something going. Last week was a bit of a stumble, but they're looking to right things back this week, see what they can get going here. As Brett Daniel takes it along the right-hand side there for about 3 yards. We get our first studio update of the week. We see that number 4 Texas has defeated number 9 Oklahoma 31-24. Imagine in real life where these two actually play each other this early in the season. I guess it's about halfway mark, but still. I feel like that game's usually like later in the season. Also, we see number 6 USC defeating Colorado 38-35. So there's that. Out of that, we have a 2nd and 7 for the Owls here. Back to pass. Decides to throw it out to the left there. Daniel's able to fight off the first tackler and able to get a positive gain out of that. Normally that play doesn't do so well for us, but positive yardage on that one. Did come across as a rush, though, so technically Daniel has his 2nd rush of the game. 3rd and 6 here for the Owls. Is this a 3-and-out drive, or is this a drive where they can get a first down and keep it going? So we're back to pass. Lobs it, connects across the left-hand side there for the first down. That's pass to Jones there. Nice little spiral there. Kind of more towards the middle of the field. That gets the first down. So 1st and 10. Moving those markers. About the 38-yard line here. Turn around handoff to Daniel, who's able to get maybe a yard. He was Kind of held up right as he got past the line of scrimmage on that one. But he still got a positive yardage, so we'll take that. 2nd and 9 here. Another handoff, this time towards the right-hand side, and this time about the same result. This time a couple yards, but basically got held up right at the line of scrimmage, so not good there. Aaron Duncan came in and only was able to get a couple yards. So 3rd and 7 here for the Owls. Another 3rd down they have to try to convert. Can they get this one done? So we're back to pass. Looking, throws it. Double coverage, block, and that is swatted away. So they do convert 1 3rd down, but not the other one. As number 22, Washington, knocks off number 5, Oregon, 41-21 at home. So Oregon will be tumbling out of that top 5 this week. Whereas Washington's 5-0 now. And we see 1:03 left in the game. Number 14, Ohio State, up by 8 over number 3, Wisconsin. So that could be another top 5 team tumbling out of the top 5 there. Could be a couple of upsets here this week. Nevertheless, the Owls are going to have to punt that ball away. Unable to do anything on their drive. North Texas unable to do anything on their drive. So far, not a lot of success on the offensive side of the ball for either team. 1st and 10 here on the 2nd drive in the first quarter for the Florida Atlantic Owls. Back to pass. Quick slant. Completes it. 8-yard gain. Good stuff there. Catching Jones on the slant there. Good to see there. As he picks up the 1st down. Or not, he doesn't pick up the 1st down. He tried to pick up the 1st down. Gives it a 2nd and short here to try to pick up the 1st down with, as Ryan Jones with that 8-yard reception. Brings it up to a 2nd and 2. Stover under center. Turns around, hands off. That's Brett Daniel running up the middle. Get the 1st down. Daniel with the 1st down on that run there. Moving the markers, as they say. So got a 1st down here coming up on 3 minutes left in the 1st quarter. Stover's back in the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield. Looking to pass. Rosick connects across the middle there. Nice 7-yard reception by Hamilton there. Joe Hamilton. So it brings up 2nd and 3 here. From about the 45, 46-ish yard line, somewhere in that vicinity there. Turn around, hand off. Unfortunately, Brett Daniel coming up just short of the 1st down marker, so it's going to be a 3rd and inches. But, I mean, they've yet to have a negative run so far in this game, so they should be able to pick this up, but you never know sometimes. Nevertheless, 3rd and inches here. Turn around, hand off. And moving forward for the 1st down and then some. Got a nice little run there by Brett Daniel. As it is official, Ohio State has knocked off Wisconsin 34-26. Wisconsin fallen to 4-1 on the season. Ohio State already 7-0 on the season. That's crazy. 1st down for the Owls across midfield into Mean Green territory at about the 44-yard line here. Stover's going back to pass on 1st down. And he throws an interception. I don't know how he thought that was going to work, but that's going to be a pick 6. Stover couldn't stop him, and that is a pick 6. So not a great result for that drive there. As he threw it right, Hamilton turned around. Hamilton hadn't even fully turned around when that ball was being launched. And number 6 on the defense just picked it off and took it to the house. A pick 6 for the Mean Green, and they're going to be up 7-0. Not the kind of result you want for your offense. Not good at all. We'll have to see if they can come back after that. Back at about their own 14-yard line, 14, 15-yard line here. It's not good. I mean, that's kind of the thing we've seen with the passing game from the Owls is they, there are times where it's good, and then there are times like we saw last week the last game where Stover can get picked off a couple of times. Especially, he had that late game interception that sealed the game for him. Nevertheless, Brian Stewart picking up a first down here on a nice catch, getting them some yardage that they need here. Stover's got to keep that interception out of his head. He's got to focus on getting points on the board, trying to tie this thing up. Back to pass on the slant. Connects with Ryan Jones there for about 6 yards. Brings up 2nd and 4. To see what play they'd have dialed up here with under a minute left before the end of the first quarter. They're going to turn around handoff to Brett Daniel, who has a pretty open area there to get for that first down. He didn't even get touched until he's already at the first down marker. So first down there for the Owls. At about their own 38-yard line, trying to drive here on this drive. Got a man in motion. He's going to hand off to the man in motion. He's going to take it around the left-hand side for a couple yards. Not too bad of a run there by Walker. Not too bad of a run there by Charles Walker. Nice little end around, picks up a couple yards. Should be the final play of the first quarter here. Hand off. And unfortunately, Duncan's able to get maybe a yard at best. As he gets tackled in the backfield. Well, not in the backfield, but he gets tackled almost right away. So this is going to be a 3rd and long when we come back from the end of the first quarter here. As the only points in the game so far were because of Stover, but not in the way that we wanted him to. So he threw a pick 6 to lead to a 7-0 lead for North Texas over Florida Atlantic. Can the Owls convert this 3rd down? Keep this drive going. But Stover back to pass. He decides he's going to run it after all. And for some reason, 90 just decided to run with him. But the dreaded holding calls attack the Owls once again, as this time Mark Williams, the left guard, gets called for holding. And so that's going to be a redo. We're going to be redoing that 3rd and 17. That was a weird run, though, because for some reason, number 90 on the defense just ran ahead of him, almost as if he was looking like acting like a blocker. That was really weird. Nevertheless, now they have a 3rd and very long situation here, so it's a 3rd and 17. They have to try to convert. No running for this one, that's for sure. Stover's back to pass. He's going to throw it deep on the right-hand side there. He's got a man, but it gets swatted away. So that's going to be a 4th down. Time to turn the ball over. North Texas unable to do anything on first down, or on their drive, though, so it's still a 7-0 ball game. Pinned deep inside of their own territory here. About the 9-yard line to start off this drive. Did he get the defense to jump, though, on first down? So this is a free play. And, turned out it was a good thing because that ball just got swatted away. Walter Barnes on the defense jumping off sides, so that's going to be a 1st and 5 now for the Owls. So we're back in the gun. He's going to send Walker in motion, hand off to him again. This time along the right-hand side, gets the first down. Nice jet sweep there by Walker as he picks up the first down. Able to get a first down conversion there. First and 10, about the 21-yard line. Stover back in the shotgun. Looking. Throws it to the right. Completes it for about 4 yards on that one. Nice little short pass to get the yardage. Positive yardage at this point. Obviously, that's going to be the main focal point. I mean, you got to keep the ball moving. Got to keep driving. 2nd and 6 here. Under 6 minutes left before halftime. Turn around and hand off, and right up the middle, just a big hole. Wasn't even touched until he got into the secondary. There was Brett Daniel, and even then he knocked one of the defenders backwards, but the other one slowed him down enough for everybody else to catch up to him. It's a big first down run there by Daniel, as he's proven once again that he's trying to help put this team on his back this year. That was attempted a handoff or something, but that play got blown up immediately as the defender was in the backfield sacking Stover for a 3-yard loss. So I don't know exactly what was going on with that play, but that play got blown up rather quickly. Now it's going to be a 2nd and 13 here from about the 34-yard line. Stover, turnaround handoff. Daniel is able to fight forward for some yardage. Gets up to about the 40-yard line, so it's going to be a 3rd and 6 now. So he's able to make up a little bit of that yardage. But it's still a 3rd and 6, so they have to convert this to keep the drive alive. Stover back in the shotgun. He's going to decide to tuck in and run, and he's not going to get the first down. I don't know why he decided to tuck in and run almost immediately after that when that play got called, but that was his own fault there. So it brought up a 4th and 2. They're punting it away. Thankfully, though, Texas still unable to do anything on offense. The Owls get the ball back with a decent starting field position on this drive, starting at their own 40-yard line. Handoff on first down goes nowhere. Daniel unable to get positive yardage on that run there. Under 4 minutes left until halftime. And we got a 2nd and 10 here for the Owls. I formation. Stover quickly slinging it out to the right there for about 6 yards. Good stuff there. Brings up a 3rd and 4. Joe Hamilton with that 6-yard reception. So that's good to see that they are trying to do something here, but they're 2 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. They need to get this 3rd down. So far, there has been no points scored by either offense. They need to do something here. This is becoming a defensive struggle, really. Nice completion there by Brian Stewart for the first down. Cross midfield, down to about the 45-yard line. Get a studio update, and we see that UL Lafayette, the team that the Owls lost to in their last game, are currently up over FIU right now, 9-7. FIU got knocked out of the top 25 after a loss the last time we saw the series. So it could be kind of interesting if that's, if that result plays out the way it does. Maybe this is UL Lafayette's year. Nevertheless, 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Stover back in the shotgun, all alone. He's going to throw it, complete it to Ryan Jones there for a big first down as they are driving here before halftime. Jones able to just get past the defender. Got slowed up a little bit to try to catch the ball, and that's how the defender was able to catch up with him, but can't complain about that, as that is a first down. This is the farthest that the Owls have been so far in this game. Can they get a nice drive here before halftime? Delayed handoff. Brett Daniels spins out of a tackle, fights forward from another tackle, and gets a big, it's a really big, 10, 11-yard gain there. Down to about the 21-yard line, as it is another first down here, just outside of the red zone. The Owls are driving looking, as I keep saying, to put points on the board. Another handoff here, this time to Aaron Duncan, who's in the game. Picks up a couple yards on the run. Gets him inside the red zone. Brings up a 2nd and 8. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Can they get in the end zone here? Around handoff once again. There is a flag, though. Aaron Duncan runs it into the end zone, but there is a flag. And that's going to come back. Of course. Allen Robinson. Fullback with the holding call there. So touchdown taken off the board. Thanks to a holding call. It's one of our biggest cruxes that we always have to deal with. So we have a 2nd and 14 now. From the just inside the 25-yard line. Stover's back in the shotgun here. One man in the backfield. He's looking. He decides to tuck in and run. And he actually is going to just about pick up the first down. What a big run there by Stover. See, that play was smart. He waited. He waited to see if the play was going to play out. And he got flushed out. And he was kind of able to duck a tackle attempt and able to just about pick up the first down, but unfortunately he is hurt on that play. He was hurt there, so now we've got a backup quarterback in here. Hopefully that's not a serious injury for him. 3rd and inches, and that play goes nowhere. They get stopped in the backfield. Brett Daniel getting his first loss of the game so far. It just showed what happened to him, but because it was because it was going to the sim thing, it didn't give me a chance to see it. So we'll watch this field goal attempt and we'll go from there. Field goal attempt here, put points on the board, and it's good. So it is a 7-3 ball game heading into halftime. Florida Atlantic does get the ball to start off the second half, so that might be a decent, that might have been good for them, honestly. So if they can keep North Texas from scoring here at the end of the first half, then they can possibly take the lead. We're going to look really quick, though, to see. Oh, it's just got bruised ribs, so he'll be back. Or they can already take the lead. What the hell happened there? Well, Florida Lake is up 10-7 due to something that happened right at the end of the first half here. Oh, we returned a punt for 77 yards for a touchdown. All right. We got ourselves a punt return for a touchdown right before the end of the first half. So there you go. We're up 10-7 now, and we have the ball. That's a good stuff there for the Owls, as they're finally starting to get something going here. This game has had it all so far. There's been a pick six, there has been a field goal, and there's been a punt return for a touchdown. So it's a fun smorgasbord of stuff happening in this game so far. Nevertheless, 1st and 10 here. Start off the second half, and that's just going to get aired up. Stover's back in the game, but he just throws that one away basically at that point. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here. See if those bruised ribs end up hurting him at all, end up affecting his play at all. We'll have to see. So we're back to pass. Completes it across the middle. Nice 5-yard gain there. Walker with the catch. This could be a 3rd and kind of medium to pick up here. 3 for 7 on 3rd down so far in this game. Stover's back in the shotgun. He's going to air it up. And that's a completion. They're giving him the completion there. Joe Hamilton with that catch. Put Stover at 100 yards on the game so far. So 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Big completion there by Joe Hamilton on 3rd down. Can this drive result in some success? Well, not with that play, as that was blown up in the backfield. -2-yard run by Brett Daniel. So not great on that, but they're going to keep trying, obviously. 2nd and 12 here. Try to get momentum back on their side after that 2-yard loss. Stover looking to pass, looking for someone. He's going to tuck it and run, but unfortunately he had nowhere to run as he takes a 6-yard sack on that one. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 18. So not a situation they want to find themselves in. That much is for sure. 50% on the ball game for 3rd down conversions, 4 of 8. Stover has an empty backfield in this one as he is back in the shotgun. He's looking and has a man wide open along the left-hand side. Down to the 20, 10, touchdown. Ryan Jones got past the defense and was able to score the touchdown. They were coming on the blitz, and Jones got past his defender and was able to just run with all of the green in front of him into the end zone for the touchdown. Big touchdown there by Ryan Jones to make this a 2-score ball game. Very good to see there. The defense was coming with a blitz, but Stover stood in the pocket, held his ground, and was able to let Jones get free and connect with him for the touchdown. 17-7 ball game. And that actually is 17-14 ball game now as North Texas finally gets their first touchdown, or their first offensive touchdown of the game. Kind of weird how that played out. We finally get our first offensive touchdown, they immediately go down the field and answer right back. 17-14 ball game. The Owls still up by 3. 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. That play goes nowhere. The Mean Green's rushing defense, that is really striking it now. 15-14 ball game. UL Lafayette still up over FIU. 3:25 left in the 3rd quarter in that one. That's an interesting battle right now between those two teams. So after that run goes nowhere, it's going to be a 2nd and 13 here. Mean Green's defense trying to crack down here in the 3rd quarter, especially after giving up that big touchdown. Stover on that slant pass, though, to Ryan Jones. Gets a nice chunky yardage there. It's going to be 3rd down, but it's going to be 3rd and at least manageable. 3rd and 4 here. Can they convert this 3rd down? Stover back to pass. He's looking. He's going to throw it. And that goes incomplete. Did not work on that one there. But North Texas unable to get anything done on their drive either. So it's still Florida Atlantic ball. Actually, they turned the ball over because the Owls are starting at the Mean Green's 10-yard line. I don't know what happened there. That run goes nowhere though. The running game is getting stopped now. First half, it was all positive yardage. Now the running game is getting stopped consistently. Let's go look really quick here to see what turnover led to that. It was an interception. Wow, an interception that was, pretty deep there too. So an interception there. That 2-yard run doesn't go as planned, but now it is a 2nd and 12 here. About the 12-yard line. Jet sweep there. Holding call, though, is going to bring that back. Daryl Benjamin, the right tackle, with the holding call on that one. They started off just outside of the 10-yard line with this drive. And they've technically only run one play, and they're now backed up 10 yards. So not a great start to this drive so far. Despite getting an interception inside the red zone, they are not looking great at the moment. Stover sending a man in motion here. Is going for 2nd and 20. Looking to pass. Completes it to Brian Stewart across the middle. He's able to get down to about the 6-yard line. Nice run there. Nice catch and run by Stewart. Brings up a 3rd and 7. They're saying he's at the 7-yard line. It's 3rd and 7, but I think you'd have to like literally be on the goal line in order to convert this first down. Stover with the screen play. That goes nowhere. The defense was all over that screen. No success on the halfback screen on that one. So it's going to be 4th and 10. The Owls are going to have to go for the field goal. But, I mean, you know, at least they hopefully will put points on the board here. Kick is up and through. So it is a 20-14 ball game now. After a drive that started at their opponent's 10-yard line and went absolutely nowhere officially. North Texas still unable to get anything done. So it is a 20-14 ball game still. 1 possession ball game. 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter here. Handoff on first down. Goes nowhere. And not only that, but Brett Daniels down on the ground after that. Not what you want to see at all. The run game being shut down in the 3rd quarter here, but the Owls are still up as that big touchdown reception by Ryan Jones kind of helped put them to where they're at now. It is a 20-14 ball game heading into the 4th quarter. Can the Owls hold on for the win? Or will Mean Green come roaring back? We'll have to see here. Stover under center to start off the 4th quarter. He's looking to pass, and he overthrows his receiver. He had a defender come blitzing in, and he got scared. He got spooked and threw it away. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 now. Daniel diagnosed with elbow bursitis, however. I don't know exactly how to say it, but he should be returning at some point. It's a 3rd and 10 here. Stover looking for someone. He's got time. He throws it deep, and that's intercepted. I'm not sure that the receiver would have caught that, even if the second defender hadn't been there, because he was kind of tied up with the defender. But 2nd interception of the game by Stover. He kind of threw it right to the defender. Like that looked like that was going to come up just short of Hamilton to begin with. And for some reason, FAU immediately got the ball back. It was stereo interceptions as the Florida Atlantic defense was able to immediately pick off the Mean Green as well. It's basically right back to where we were. Handoff on first down. Delayed handoff gets about 4 yards there for Daniel, who's back in the game. First positive run in a little bit there for them, for the Owls. 2nd and 6 now. Delayed handoff once again. Daniel's able to fight forward for the first down. 18 carries for 58 yards in this game. Not the greatest, but he's been fighting for those yards. Especially after he lost some yards on some of those runs earlier. He has been doing what he can to fight for those yards. First and 10 here. Less than 7 minutes left in the game. He got hit as he threw that, and it goes out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 here. We'll have to see what they have drawn up on this play. Try and hold on to the 6-point lead. We jumped the snap, but weren't able to get to Daniel, who was able to fight forward for a few yards. But unfortunately, he is hurt again. So he's going to be coming out of the game. Now it's a 3rd and 6. 5 of 12 on third down conversions in this game. They need to convert this one to keep this drive alive. They got somebody to jump. Stover's going to run it himself, but it doesn't matter because it is a free play. Walter Barnes jumped off sides for the defense. So now it's going to be a 3rd and 1. You would hope they should be able to convert this. You never know for sure, though, I suppose. Now Daniel's got a bruised elbow. Well, he went from elbow bursitis to bruised elbow. 3rd and 1 here. 6 minutes left in the game. Turnaround handoff, and that's a flag. That's going to be holding on the offense, which means they're going to have to redo this 3rd down again. This time a 3rd and longer. Stephen Clark, the center, with the holding call on that one. We are destined to replay this 3rd down play forever. So once again, 5 of 12 on 3rd down conversions in this game as we play this 3rd down play for the 3rd time, that is. Stover back to pass. He's going to throw it to the left-hand side. That's caught. Question mark. That is caught for a 1st down. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That also looked like he caught that like while he was already out of bounds. But whatever. I will take it. It's a 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Hand off to Aaron Duncan around the right-hand side, and that goes nowhere. The Mean Green defense, the Mean Green rushing defense is just on a tear here in the second half. They are not allowing much of anything. Now Duncan is hurt, which is not a good sign because Daniel's already hurt right now. And in a game where they're trying to run out the clock as much as possible, they're now at their 3rd string running back. So that's not a good sign for them. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the game. We've got a 2nd and 12 here. Now, granted, I mean, the run game's not having a lot of success in the second half here anyway, but still, you don't want to end up with too few people. As you see right there, that incompletion's 3rd and 12, and it stops the clock. Meanwhile, we see 11 seconds left in that game, and Oklahoma State, number 15 Oklahoma State, is tied with Kansas State, 31 all. This will be interesting to see how that final 11 seconds plays out, and if it ends up going to overtime. FIU has taken the lead over Lafayette, by the way, as we saw that at the bottom. 3rd and 12. What can they do here? Can they convert? Or will they be giving the ball back to North Texas to possibly take the lead? Empty backfield. Stover looking for someone. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man down into the red zone and into the end zone for the touchdown. 3rd and long when they need it most. A big time reception there, this time by Walker for the touchdown. Able to fight with their defense long enough just to, the defender was on him at the 5, but he was able to stay upright long enough to get into the end zone for the touchdown. And it looks like FAU is going for 2 on this one, trying to make it a full 2-score game. Right now they're up by 12. They get this, they'd be up by 14. They're going to pitch it along to their left-hand side there, and that's going to be into the end zone. So the 2-point conversion is good. 52-yard pass from Stover to Walker. And there you go. So it's a 28-14 ball game now with 4:52 left in the game. North Texas unable to do anything on that drive. So now, if you are Florida Atlantic, you need to kill the clock. But they have a 1st and goal as the drive ended in a bad result for North Texas here. I'll look really quick before we snap that. That was a fumble recovery. Where the hell were they at? They kicked it. Got a first down. Came up on 4th down, and the fumble was only recovered for a yard. Yet somehow we're starting at the 3 or whatever. That's weird, but all right. Turnaround handoff. And that's a touchdown. Brett Daniel came back in the game to get a touchdown. He does get a rushing touchdown in this game. Good to see for him after the struggles he's been having all game. And that makes this a 34-14 ball game now. This game may just be for sure over. It's going to be kind of hard for North Texas to come back with 3:46 left in the game and now down by 3 touchdowns. But they're going to try because they just immediately went down and scored on that drive. So 2:44 left in the game. They're down by 14 points now. But they are starting in the Mean Green side of the field on this drive here. 1st and 10, they're going to hand off. And look at that, Brett Daniel just run right up the middle. Big run there by Brett Daniel. As Oklahoma State and Kansas State are now in overtime. They've scored a touchdown each in overtime right now. Love to see how that one plays out for them. Meanwhile, we have a game that has the potential to be over. Aaron Duncan, by the way, suffering a mild concussion. He's out for the rest of the game. But there's not much left of the game, so they should be okay. As it is a 14-point ball game now. This should result in a victory for the Owls. But you never know what happens sometimes. After all, they still have their timeouts left. 2nd and 8 with 2:12 left in the game. For all I know, they could get a fumble recovery for a touchdown and recover the onside kick and get another touchdown pretty quickly. You never know sometimes in football. Handoff on this one. Was that was a first down? Brett Daniel running for the first down there. That might have just sealed it, though. Unless they turn the ball over, that might have just sealed it. 2:08 left in the game. They are in the red zone, but I don't know if they're actually going to be trying for the end zone in this one. Handoff to Daniel, who goes nowhere on that run. So now North Texas cannot stop the clock. Handoff around the left-hand side there. Brett Daniel with a nice 6-yard run. The clock is ticking down. There is a very good chance that this will result in a victory for the Owls this week. I mean, stat-wise, it wouldn't be bad to convert this 3rd down, but I don't think they're worried too much about that. They're worried about just running out the clock and getting the victory here. All the clock that they're burning off here. Handoff on 3rd and 4. That doesn't go anywhere. But again, I think they're okay with that. They're going to try for a field goal here. I mean, it's coming up on a minute left in the game. The field goal is good. No, the field goal is not good. Wait, there's a flag. The defense jumped off sides. Dang it. Why couldn't I? That was dumb. I wanted to be able to make that decision, but it's because I was watching the play instead of actually playing it, I couldn't. Because if I was actually playing it, I would have accepted that penalty and redone it so I could have had 1st and goal, but whatever. 38-21 ball game. And they do end up turning the ball over again, it looks like. And so quarterback Neal will end this game. And there it is. So there you go. 38-21. The ball game is over. Well, as soon as the final seconds take off. Rough start. This is not the final score I expected when the halftime score was 10-7. This is not the final score I expected. Both teams deciding to just blow up with points in the second half. North Texas got 2 touchdowns in the second half, and Florida Atlantic just decided to save their points for the second half, as they got 4 touchdowns in the second half of this game. Just absolutely blowing up there. But 38-21 is the final score. North Texas suffering a pretty decent loss at home. Florida Atlantic able to bounce back after that loss to Lafayette a couple weeks ago. Able to get themselves to 1-1 in the conference. So we see the play of the game is that first big bomb there to Ryan Jones that kind of helped make this a 2-score game. That big connection there. Stover had a couple of bad interceptions in the game, but he also had a couple of big touchdowns. So, take it with what you will on that one. Ryan Williams was the player of the game. He had a forced fumble and an interception. Nobody on offense nobody on offense is player of the game, and to be fair, that kind of makes sense. Game stats really quick, since we didn't look at them at halftime. 363 yards of total offense for the Owls, 287 for the Mean Green. 114 yards on the ground, so they did end up having a decent amount of yards on the ground at least. 249 through the air. 7 of 15 on third down conversions, which isn't too bad, honestly. They were in the red zone 7 times in this game, and they came away with 1 touchdown and 3 field goals. Not the greatest percentage you want, but 2 turnovers. There's 2 interceptions by Stover, but the Mean Green lost 2 fumbles and got picked off twice as well. So they did win the interception or the turnover battle in this game. The Owls did. So that's good to see. And they didn't have a whole lot of penalties. That's also good to see. Player stats really quick here. Stover somehow got 155.8 passer rating. Not sure how. 17 of 26, that is 249. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 75% completion. Not bad there. Rushing-wise, Daniel came up just shy of 100 yards in this game. 26 carried, 97 yards, 3.7 average, 1 touchdown. Good to see there for him. Receiving-wise, Ryan Jones, 6 catches for 113 yards and a touchdown. And Walker there with 4 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown. So good stuff from both of them there. All right. We will see what's up next for the Owls here, as they go to 4-2 on the season, 1-1 in the conference. It was a team that they should have beat, and they did, but boy, did it look close for the first 3 quarters. And the fourth quarter, it obviously got a little crazy. Let's do what we've been doing recently. Let's get through the conference games and then look at the conference standings out of week 8 here. Or 7, sorry. Not top 25. That's not what I wanted. There we go. So UL Lafayette and FIU, we did not end up seeing a final for that one, so we'll see here. FIU ends up pulling away from that one. So FIU with the victory there. Lafayette taking a loss. They are now 2-2 in the conference, whereas FIU is 1-1. And then Arkansas State and UL Monroe. Arkansas State takes its first loss of the conference this year, as they lose to Monroe 38-19. So that kind of shakes things up a little bit here in the conference standings. As that Florida Atlantic, FIU, and Arkansas State are the only teams with 4 wins now, which, to be fair, they were the top 3 teams last year. Conference-wise, Arkansas State still the only team with 3 wins in the conference, but, Florida Atlantic and FIU haven't played 3 games in the conference yet. I guess, to be fair, they can't get 3 wins with their 3rd game anyway, but still. But yeah, you see kind of a shakeup there. So we'll have to see how this ends up kind of working itself out with our next game, which is against, I can get to it now, Middle Tennessee State. So a non-conference game, right? No, is Middle Tennessee State might be in their conference. I just think we didn't play them last year, maybe. No, they're not. Yeah, they are in our conference. They're at the very bottom here. So another game where we should win? Question mark. But we'll have to see if that ends up happening. Their only win this year has been over Miami, which is weird to say. But yeah, there you go. A matchup against Middle Tennessee State next week on the in the series, really. So thank you all for watching. Definitely appreciate it. As we will have to see what ends up happening next week. See if we can get to 5 wins on the season overall and get our 2nd conference win. As you see, we have completed this goal there at the bottom. We need to get 4 more wins to complete this one. That one we're still doing good on right now, and that we have 7. So as long as we get 3 more, we should pass that. But that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. Definitely appreciate it. And we will catch you next week for our game against Middle Tennessee State.